Hello, I'm John Idelson, Professor Emeritus at California State University, Monterey Bay, and I also serve on the nominating committee for Q. And today we're talking with candidates running for the board of that outstanding organization. The nominating committee hopes that these discussions will help you make an informed decision for that important ballot that you're cast coming up for the Q board of directors. So let's get right to it. So, Brian, let's start with your full name, your title, and tell me, what was your first experience with Q?
Yes, my name is Brian Briggs. I am the proud director of technology for the Washington Unified School District. This is my 5th month there, so it's always great to jump into mid-pandemic. My first experience with Q happens to be with the CapQ affiliate. I did a presentation for them in the early 2000s when I was still a kindergarten teacher. And the thing that jumped out at them at the most is I've done several presentations for at the Q conferences, but at the Cap Q, I just remember that I had 3 people in attendance. And I was just like, I guess my session wasn't that big of a hit. But the members of Cap Q, the organization and the other, they just continue to encourage me, and I continue to present for the teachers in the Sacramento area.
That's great. We all enjoy our first early Q experiences. So, could you tell me a little bit more about yourself and why that led you to wanting to serve on the board and represent the membership on the board of directors?
So that led me, to become more involved in the committee, in the community, and it's such a nurturing community of educators. And again, I continue to participate in within the local affiliate, doing their little social events and their small conferences. Um, and then I worked my way up to participating, being on the CapQ board. And then I was in charge of doing their technology conference called the Tech Fest. So was able to spend a lot of energy and see how those conferences work from behind the scenes. And then through the experience, I just gained so many colleagues, so many friends. It's being part of the community is more than just colleagues. You become a family. So I did years working on the CapQ board, and then going up the ladder, gaining more family members. I joined the Q board. It was almost 3 years ago. So I've been on the Q board, and have been learning all along, and extending that family to greater and greater. So yeah, so now currently I'm on the Q board. I'm the Q board president, and my first year in, and I hope to continue.
That's great. Q is a family. My son's 39, but I remember bringing him to Q conference. I've been at Q since the beginning, so he was just a little kid following me around on booths, and
That's
they grow
awesome.
up fast. The next question is sort of it's one we've asked always: is what are the greatest challenges and of course opportunities that Q has? But it's considering the state of education out now, the pandemic, and we're just beginning to open up schools in California. So, what do you see as the greatest challenges that educators have today, and how can Q, and most importantly, how can the Q leadership help?
Yeah, the greatest challenges in education these days is like, how much time do we have? Yeah, there, and it changes frequently. And that's one of the big challenges is, and then all the teachers are facing is that ability to become flexible and turn on the flip of a dime of when they need to change. But again, the one thing that I've any issues I've come across in my educational career, or challenges I've had, I've always been able to rely on the Q community for answers. It again, if I had questions, I can go to Twitter to my PLN that lives on Twitter, all based Q members, and someone goes, "Oh, you can go contact this person and he'll help you out." And so like, and the people in the community are just so giving, and they want you to do better. So again, the strengthening of the community, and I think it belongs to our members. So as a Q on the Q leadership team or the board team, is how we can elevate our members and our voices. So getting them to connect each other with each other, and it's beyond the conference. It's every day. And that's how we can elevate their voices and making these connections with each other and with members through affiliates, through learning networks. And again, the conferences is twice a year, but making those connections year long last forever. And the conferences end up becoming like a family reunion, where we all get to meet together, and we're going to learn something, by the way, along the way. So I think as the Q organization, again, strengthening our members to reach out of those teachers that I don't want to say that are in need, but that have questions, those that may be working in silos. Let's break down those silos and have people start collaborating with one another to face these challenges together, because the old Q saying is that we're better together, and I truly believe that.
Well, it is clear that we have a lot of challenges and we're being very flexible. And this year, Q did turn on a dime going from a physical conference to virtual. So I'm sure Q will be a leader in helping as we take our next transition. So thank you for the service that you've done. The nominated committee would like to thank you for putting your hat in the ring again. And we wish you the best of luck, but we also wish that everybody who gets to watch this is to watch all the candidates' comments and look out for that election information when you could cast your vote to the next Q board members. Again, Brian, thank you so much for all that you've done and what you will continue to do for Zoom.
Uh,
Zoom Q, excuse me.
no,
We're all
that's where our
Zoom.
minds are these days. Yeah. Thank you. It's been an honor. And I've been very privileged to be a part of Q.
All right. Thank you so much, Brian.
Thank you.